Do you think if we don't sign a centre-back, we're in trouble in terms of the title? Absolutely, JSR, and I'll tell you why. With all due respect to Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, and of course Jarell Kwanzaa, you can probably leave Kwanzaa out of this part. We know Konate is going to have some muscle injuries and knocks that he's going to miss games in the second half of the season. We can't think anything else based off what we've seen so far. We also know that Joe Gomez is going to have to be utilised at left back and maybe sometimes at right back. So, yeah, I do feel we're a little bit short with Joe Matip being out, and I think maybe that's accelerated plans to look at the centre-back situation. And the more I'm seeing a lot of people say that we should just give Matip a new deal cause. I'm not in that camp. I got to be honest with you. I don't. Sentimental Liverpool didn't work before, and while I absolutely believe we should help Joe Matip rehab and get him back playing football as quickly as possible, why does it make sense to give him a new deal? If he's out for a year, that puts him out till January, probably next year, or at least let's even say October, November. Then he has to get back up to speed. Then he has to get match fitness. It just doesn't seem like a sensible idea to me. You know, if you want to help him rehab at the club, show him that support, no problem. But a new deal, not for me. I think it would just be silliness. And I think it's an unnecessary risk we don't need to take. We've already had Virg come back from an ACL. And he was in contract, of course, and Virgil van Dijk. I don't see what rationale there is for giving a 32-year-old who's out of contract, who's done an ACL, another deal. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Speak about Matip contract, I literally just have, and I've given you my take on it. And I love Joe Matip, by the way. I think Joe Matip's been an incredible servant to our football club and one of the best free signings we've ever made. But I also know, and this is why I'm being a bit stubborn on this, I also know that John W. Henry's a cheapskate, and we're not a club that has lots of cash to throw around. We apparently have to be really clever with our money, and I can't see that as leaning into the being clever part. I can see that as being too loyal again, and it's a ruthless business. So unfortunately, I would say thank you, Joel, and wish him all the best. Genuinely, I would. Who do you think we will sign? I truthfully don't know. Honestly, I've talked myself in and out of a few players at this point already. It's gone very quiet on Beraldo, although I think he's going to PSG, or maybe he's already agreed that, I don't know, but certainly he was linked there. We were linked to that Fluminense centre-back again today in another outlet. I think maybe it comes from Brazil, but their captain, we were linked to him. Then, of course, there's Inacio, who's been doing the rounds this week at Liverpool, Arsenal, Real Madrid. I don't know, but I tell you what I want. I want to hear about it before the middle of the week, because the window opens on Monday. I want to see us putting an offer in to sign the centre-back as soon as the window's open with no fucking about. Beraldo was gone to PSG. I knew it was close, Russell. I didn't know if he'd agreed and it moved, but so that's one we can rule out. Hincapié, I think we can rule out for January because Bayer Leverkusen just aren't going to sell him in January. So then we're kind of, will we pay the money for Antonio Silva? I doubt it. Not 100 million. So Inacio seems to be, unless you want to revisit the Mark Gay at Crystal Palace situation, which I haven't seen many links to over the past few weeks. I just hope it's quick, because there's no time to be dicking about. We can't let's say Arsenal are in the mix for Inacio. We can't let Arsenal figure out how they can make, the numbers work. We need to move quickly because Arsenal have a striker they need to bring in. That's got to be priority number one. They want a centre-back as well, but I don't know if they will have the money without doing something, so I hope we can act quickly. And to be fair to the owners, that's something we have done in recent years. With the Diaz deal as an example, Spurs thought they were getting him and then boom, we were in there really quick.